Right guys, part 2. We'll put all this shite back together and then you will know how to dismantle and reassemble one of these things. Like I said, these aren't difficult, okay? You have your main outside engine burner casing, engine casing I call it because it's the easiest way to explain it. Looks quite similar to a lot of older type motorbikes that rely on air for cooling. This is your burner, okay? It's a very, very simple piece of kit. It is literally just a pipe with a small bit of flame comes in down the end, a bit of diesel gets injected down the very end, fan behind it, same as you have with a drafter on a fireplace, and it blows a load of air in there. This thing goes wild with the oxygen, and the next thing you know, you have yourself a furnace inside here, which in turn gets really, really hot, transfers the heat to here. This fan, this guy then blows air through one end, out the other end, and that's where you get your hot air from. So I'll give you 1 second now because I'm going to just give this a good clean. Now, these guys, make sure if you strip one down, if it has any diesel or anything inside here, anything at all, clean it all out, make sure it's dry. Now, some guys will be there and these will soot up, and as you can see, mine doesn't have any soot in it. And the reason mine doesn't have any soot in it, and I'll tell you exactly why, is because these things are designed to be burned hard. You can burn them away at sort of setting number 1 if you want to, but every now and then ramp it up to full blast and burn it off for about a half an hour, and any deposits or anything, any coking up inside, it'll burn it all off. It's actually not that difficult, so that's the job for you. So anyway, your man goes back in here. 1 second now. This guy must go here, and we are on the step where, there you are, like so. He comes out, hang on, a wee bit fiddly, but make sure that rubber grommet goes back where it's supposed to go. The holes inside them will all line up. Put your the shorter of the two lengths of screws goes on the burner. So you put them in. 1 second now, we'll get all them in and get them all tightened up and lined up. Oh, bloody fiddly. Doesn't help guys when you have sausage fingers, which I do. Makes working on a lot of stuff significantly more difficult, I tell you. Anyway, it is what it is. Get these tightened up. Remember as well, you were screwing a steel bolt into Ali, so all they'll need when I'm done here now is, that's number 3 and this is the last one. All they need is a pinch just to tighten them. There's no need to, you don't need to horse the shit out of them. Just literally give them half a turn until they feel tight, and when they feel tight, they are tight. It really is as simple as that. Next job is this dude. This is my new glow plug. This is why I stripped it down basically, because I think my glow plug is faulty. Oh, hang on. Sorry guys, I completely forgot one task. 1 second now guys, let me get a hook. Bear with me. In the excitement, I forgot down here, inside in that cover, I can take it off again, but there's no need. Inside in that cover is a gauze. Take it out. Come out, Jeff Thacker. Well, this fellow has been temperamental. Come out. I don't know if you can see it there. He's just starting to. There we go. 1 second, I'll get a wee pliers. Where are you? There we go. We'll get a wee pliers and we'll pull them out. Right. Okay. This is 99% of the cause of most trouble in heaters. It's basically a final filter before the diesel goes into the cylinder. It's in that part, the burner part of it, just underneath. When you take out the glow plug, it's in underneath the glow plug. Now the difference being, right, just so as you know, here's a new one, here's the old one. The old one is fairly well clogged up and sort of, I don't know if you can see that there. There you go. The old one is fairly well clogged up. Now bear in mind, that old one is 4 years old. So in fairness, I'm not really complaining. It's served well. So stick in the new one. Stick her in there. Down the hole. Now I've made a bit of a, there he goes. I think. No, he didn't. I made a bit of a boo-boo here because realistically, I should have done that while the burner was out. But it's okay. It's easy enough to do it this way. Make sure your stuff is clean before you actually push it down. Push it all the way down to the bottom. So that's that done. And now when you've got your brand new glow plug in, you've got your new filter in. There's no obstruction to the the diesel coming through, because these things get blocked quite quickly. Now bear in mind, you should also have one. You should also have one on the line underneath the tank, just to make sure that there's no dirt and shite from diesel, because diesel is there's a lot of sort of bits and bobbies in diesel that could clog up this thing. Make sure when you've that tightened in, again, same crack, tiny little pinch, that's all it takes, nothing else. Now, next jobby, we're back to putting on the fan. Where did I put the as you can see, I'm fantastically organized. Here we go. This guy goes on next, along with your burner, which goes on here. There is only one way to burn. The burner has a little notch out of it there, or not the burner, sorry, the fan has a little notch out of it there. It matches up with a little notch on the casing, so you can't put it on wrong. There's only literally, not only that, but it the pipe comes down here beside the inlet, beside the fuel pipe. So you can't. There's no way you can put this on wrong. There is literally only one way it goes on. So for all of you who are thinking that this looks sort of hugely complicated, now I'll give you a couple of other tips as well when we're before I'll sign off when I'm fully assembled. So these are the last four bolts, which effectively close up the unit. If you've got any questions, guys, just drop them onto me. I'd be happy to answer them. And bear in mind, the bare unit on these, I think you can buy them as cheap as 70 quid. So we're not talking massive expense here. From what I believe, you have three types. There's supposedly three types. There's a 2 kilowatt, a 5 and an 8. Now personally, I have an 8 and I have a 5. I don't see any difference between the 8 and the 5, to be honest. It seems to me that the same amount of heat is coming out of both of them. So I'll leave that up to you as to which one you want to buy. I can't imagine, for those of you who have a shed, yes, happy days, drive on with the 8. But if you've got a camper, you're putting one of these in a camper, 8 kilowatts is a hell of a lot of heat to knock out for a small camper. Just remember that. Right, next jobby. Now we have don't forget to put this guy back in here, because it keeps the dirt and crap out of your workings in here. So just push him back in there like that, he'll be fine. The next jobby is your electronics box. Electronics box, again, is very simple. Tiny little clip here. It goes in with a tiny little clip. You push into a tiny little clip here, and it literally slots down onto. One second now, if he'd bloody behave himself. There we go. Get in. There we go. Right, he goes down like so. Make sure that when you do put your clip on, let's going on now here. There we go. Just make sure you're not obstructing the what you call it, the fan. Make sure the fan is working right. Good, there we go. Right, we can tie him in. Get the screw in. We tighten that off. There's a screw, don't forget there's a screw at the very, very top here. Just one. And we will get the Phillips there. He's there. Make sure that that turns freely after you've everything assembled, because obviously it's going to cause you problems if it doesn't. Now, glow plug goes into the back here on its own side, okay? So 1 second now. It is, gets in there. There we go. On the other side, you have two. You have the thermostat and you have the fan. The fan goes on the inside nearest to the workings on the side, and the glow plug goes in here. Well, there you go, guys. That is one completely assembled heater. All that's left to do now is we will bang this guy back in this way, like so. He goes in. There's a little rubber grommet again here. Little rubber grommet for the wiring. Get in there, you two. That goes in there to keep. 1 second now, because I tangled that up. There we go. So that goes in here again. Keep the dust out of the internals of the heater. Put the cover back on then. Turn over this way so you can actually see what I'm doing instead of the other way around. So this goes on underneath there, like so. On your end cap, which on this one seems to be a pain in the ass, but there you go, there she is. And finally, put your rubber gasket on, which again has only one way to go because it goes over the fuel. Now guys, what can I say? Before I sign off, I will tell you one other thing that I'm sort of a bit particular about where these are concerned. These yokes, they will leak exhaust fumes with the standard China supplied Juby clip, which is normally one of these guys. Now, I will tell you this for nothing. When you are buying these, the best thing you can do is go get yourself a top quality Juby clip. They cost about 10 to 15 quid for a top quality Juby clip. The reason being is you don't want this thing loose. You want this as tight can be. Also, what I normally do is you go down your local motor factors for 5 quid and you can get a little tube of exhaust paste. It's for filling holes in exhausts. Just put a tiny smear of it around here. When you put your Juby clip on and you tighten it all up, that's the end of that. There's no gas ever escaping from that. There's no risk to gas escaping into your environment. And finally, before I go, the last thing I will tell you is get yourself a CO alarm, carbon monoxide alarm, because out of here is carbon monoxides, and you don't want them floating around inside your shed when you're trying to breathe. So, decent Juby clip, small bit of gun gum or something like gun gum around there, a little smear just to seal it all off, and a CO alarm, carbon monoxide alarm, and guys, you're good to go. Okay, so like I said, I've had this 4 years. I paid at the time about 80, maybe 90 quid or somewhere around that for it, and I've gotten 4 years worth of heating out of it. It's an absolutely brilliant piece of kit, so much so that I have 3 others running as well. I can't tell you any more than that, guys. Hope that helps. If you've got any questions, drop them in the comments. Okay, see you later, guys. Bye bye.